LPGA showed you what you do when you have an opportunity of a person like Caitlin Clark. They literally just gave the WNBA the blueprint, even though they gave her more shine, more credit, more like coverage, and just treated her the way she deserves to be treated than the WNBA did all season. And the craziest thing is Caitlin loves basketball. She's a level better. And then you let another actual league and association outdo you because you guys can't actually be professional. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this isn't your first time. This is Raquel here with the Raw Report. I hope everyone is doing well, and I know this video is long overdue, but as I've already indicated that I had some personal things that I was going through, so hey, personal, family, real life comes first. So first and foremost, if you guys did not know, last week Caitlin Clark participated in a golf tour pro thing with the LPGA. The LPGA is the Ladies Players Golf Association, and it was insane. It was so insane. But the insanity wasn't because anything bad, or the feared kids of the Fever fan base that are like, you know how Caitlin fans are all the scariest people in the world. It was because the LPGA did what the WNBA should have done for Caitlin Clark. When I say they rolled out the red carpet, they rolled the red carpet out, and it was in spectacular form. Not only did they roll the red carpet out, but the players were nice. Everyone was sweet. You had the LPGA account who was tweeting nice things. More importantly, this actual tournament was not even going to be on television. But Caitlin Clark has such emotion, has such fans that people were begging for it. And the LPGA, who is smarter than the WNBA, shocker, decided, why not? Why not put something on air? Because we know Caitlin Clark draws a crowd. And even if they are for Caitlin Clark for her basketball, people love Caitlin Clark. And she's also a spectacular athlete. So when you get a fan base as dedicated to the one that like we are for Caitlin Clark, I'm gonna be honest, I'm watching everything Caitlin Clark's doing this offseason, from her playing golf and being with Lexi, from her former Iowa teammates, to her actually doing speaking engagements. Caitlin Clark,
I would say the young girls that are at our games screaming and having the time of their lives, a lot of them, when you go up to them, just start crying, or it's cute. But also, I was just in their shoes, however many years ago, I was begging my dad or my mom to take me to whatever sporting event it was, and I was screaming, and I wanted to meet the players, whether they were on the high school team or whether they were pros or in college, because it was so impactful. Like, I loved I wanted to be who they were. I think everybody talks about like the effect that we have on them, but also they have the same effect on us, and I think that's what's really cool about it is to see how much joy it really brings them, and it brings their families, and that one game where they spend 2 hours of their whole entire year has such an impact on their entire childhood, and I think that's really cool to think about. And that's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people, and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully be whatever they want to be, and get to talk about those moments too.
Clark is using this off time also to be in the gym. We know how she is. She goes right back in the gym. And I love about Caitlin Clark is that she's doing things that I feel she's passionate about and she loves and stuff like that. And she still always keeps up a great appearance. And it's not even her needing to be like out on a scene to be seen all the time like other players. I just think that she's doing things that are like still within like an athletic role model-esque type. And I love that about her. And I don't care how people feel. I actually like the person and player she is. But with that being said, let's stick back to the topic. So the LPGA welcomed her with open arms. They tweeted about her. It was a royal carpet. It was just such beautiful to see how they treated her. They were saying positive things about her. The players were saying positive things. You didn't see this petty jealousy, nonsense. They weren't saying they were scared of the little girls who were standing there with Caitlin Clark signs and things like that. They were just giving her credit due. And this is the craziest part about it. They gave her more shine, more credit, more like coverage, and just treated her the way she deserves to be treated than the WNBA did all season. The WNBA is such a petty, nasty, just horrible ran league that they didn't even actually tweet about it. They didn't do anything. So even though on social media the impressions were big, there was, like I said, millions of people tuned in. There was such things that had occurred. Caitlyn just playing golf, and you guys can say, because there's always going to be a bunch of goofies and the people who like just hate Caitlyn Clark. But they don't gotta tweet about that. They don't gotta. Yeah, I know, because we know the WNBA doesn't really stand what marketing is and taking advantage of players who can bring, you attention and brings the league attention. They only care about the activism of pleasing players who actually could not get people to watch for years. But hey, who am I to tell you how to run your league that is still in debt and constantly loses money? And then when you have an opportunity to actually gain money and gain some type of success and utilize the player who's done it, you guys, actually do the opposite of that, and you treat her very bad as if she did anything outside of playing basketball. With that being said, is the LPGA basically, I'm going to just say it, they made the WNBA look completely stupid. They made the WNBA look like they really are an unprofessional league. They made the WNBA look like they need to go back to the drawing board and find out what professionalism and how you treat your athletes, and also how you treat a player of Caitlyn Clark's superstardom. Like, they did that. Now, I know there's going to be people who like to be like, oh, you guys think Caitlyn Clark has to be worshipped. No, goofies. We don't think Caitlyn Clark has to be worshipped. What we're saying is when you see a person who is of her caliber, who is of her rising star, who is literally fourth in the world for marketing, you have to see that people are going to follow her. People love her. Not only is it just that, you guys are no longer going to tell me, a person who saw her take all this negativity and channeled it and fueled it for her game to get better, for a person who everybody was after for whatever reason and excuses that they decided to make for the week or the day or that game. And then when other people were getting actually harassed and different things were indicating or happening, no one had anything to say. You're not going to convince me that they couldn't do a better job with how they handled Caitlyn Clark and even also some of the other rookies. I get it. There was this whole big lie that people were trying to tell themselves, like, she shouldn't be overhyped just because she's a white girl who was great in college. She's going to need time to translate into the WNBA. Like, she needs it. Then she came in and had the best rookie season ever. Broke countless records as a rookie, then broke records that other players in the WNBA hadn't broken. Was the assist leader, most assists in WNBA history. The list goes on about the records, but okay, let's not go there because you guys get a little jealous and like, oh, who cares? I don't care. I care. That's who cares. But more importantly, she brought the viewership. She did everything right. And then she became Rookie of the Year, followed by, again, first all WNBA team, which is not easy for a rookie, which was only done again before this Candace Parker, who was and had the best rookie season ever prior to Caitlyn Clark. And I know there's people who like to say, well, actually, it's Candace Parker because she won MVP. Please do a little research, or just please shut up, because guess what? Candace Parker was voted MVP. The league was still new and trying to figure things out. It wasn't media, it wasn't other people, it was fans, and that's fine. I don't take anything away from Candace Parker. To me, she's a GOAT. She's one of my favorite players. The girl balled out. I love her. There's nothing but love for Candace Parker, and if you don't think I love her, you're stupid. Just because I'm saying Caitlyn Clark had a better rookie season based upon the actual facts, I don't care. The point I'm making is that you literally just had an opportunity. And not only that, the LPGA showed you what you do when you have an opportunity of a person like Caitlyn Clark. They literally just gave the WNBA the blueprint, even though the WNBA knew what they should have done. The WNBA was too caught up in appeasing a bunch of bitter, petty, women. I mean, they weren't going to change. They didn't. They made up stories, and then they also hid the things that they were doing. They ran secret agendas. They tried to blame everything on her fans. They just were nasty, and it wasn't just the players. It was the media. It was those covering the league. It's so much of why the WNBA failed and fails year after year. It's because of those associated with it. Take notes, WNBA, because the LPGA just literally just made you guys look pitiful, horrible. Imagine them treating a player that's not even a part of their association better than the WNBA association treated Caitlin all year. Yeah, do better. With that being said, the LPGA, amazing job, great job. It was so much fun, even for us Caitlin Clark fans who, I'm a big fan of golf. I actually knew golf because of Tiger Woods. So it was great to see. And it's something that she enjoys. I even enjoyed when she hit the person. It was just a great time. And thank you so much for bringing a bright light to Caitlin Clark and shining her how she deserves to and who she really is. Because that's Caitlin Clark. See, when Caitlin Clark is actually just around her friends and people she loves and, people she trusts, she's just a spark. She's just sweet. And when you see her speaking in these interviews, she's so articulate, well spoken. She's such a good person. I don't care like what people say, you can just tell she means well. And she takes things that are like being a role model seriously. She doesn't sit there and be on social media to try to be seen and complain about things. She didn't complain at all. So it was finally good to see her get the respect she so rightfully deserved, especially for how she's handled all the pressure of the season and being the athlete she is, being the athlete that transcended the women's game, getting the credit from most ball fans and people who actually like sports and different things of that nature versus the crowd of people who were just in it for their own personal nasty reasons, and they don't even like basketball. They like drama. They like controversy. Thank you, LPGA. Thank you, because honestly, she deserved that. And you can just see Caitlin loved it because she was lighthearted. She had a great time. You seen the comments. There was just so much stuff that was so bright about that. And it just goes back into the point. And I think Rachel Demita, because I actually posted this, she said the same thing. I think it's because we were literally expecting that from the WNBA. And then that's not worshiping. That wasn't worshiping. That was saying, hey, look at this player who just brings a crowd of people, who enjoys the sport she's doing. And the craziest thing is Caitlin loves basketball. She's a level better. And then you let another actual league and association outdo you because you guys can't actually be professional. That's not an indication or, a knock to what Caitlin is. It's a knock to what you are as the WNBA. And I just want you to know that eventually when there's bigger advertisers, more sponsors coming in, and the league actually does realize like, hey, we need to grow. A lot of you petty women, a lot of you ignorant women, a lot of you former players, a lot of you players, a lot of you people who just were nasty, you won't be around. You won't. I know you don't understand it, but you won't. Yes, you can be a former player like Cheryl Swoops and be great and a legend, but will you cover games? Probably not. Because would I want somebody like that who literally tried to discredit one of the best rookies just because she wanted to push up a rookie who everybody overhyped when it was all said and done? Also, Angel Reese was in the gym recently. I hope it does translate into you being able to, get better around the rim, better offensive game, and things of that nature. But with that being said, thank you again, because it was so fun. And also, you guys, Caitlin is taking her time to do good during this off season. You guys, she's at a children's hospital. Like I said, she's been doing a lot of speaking engagements. This is why I love her. I already said it earlier, but this is why I love her, because everything she stands for is just right. She's just a good person. And no matter how many nasty, bitter women in the WNBA or associated with the WNBA or fans of other players and all these things try to make her seem, or she's boring because she's not, in booty shorts or always needing to be out on scene, being seen, or she's not an Instagram little baddie and she's not always posting on social media. No, some people actually conduct themselves as a woman, and she conducts herself as a very well-rounded young woman. With that being said, please make sure you guys leave me your comments. What did you guys think? Did you guys finally feel like there was some vindication of like, wow, Caitlin Clark got treated the way we all thought she should have, based upon what the LPGA did? And I'm talking about, it was so great. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and also make sure you leave a comment. Share the content if you like it. Peace. I'll see you guys in my next one.